What is domain and hosting? Write an article. Domain and hosting are two fundamental components of a website. Without these two, a website cannot exist on the internet. In this article, we will explain what domain and hosting are and how they work. What is a domain? A domain is the address of a website on the internet. It is the name that people type into their web browser to access a particular website. A domain name consists of two parts: the name itself and the top-level domain, TLD. For example, in the domain name, google.com, Google is the name, and .com is the TLD. Domain names must be unique, which means that no two websites can have the same domain name. They are registered with domain name registrars, which are companies that manage the registration of domain names. When you register a domain name, you own that name for a certain period, typically a year or more, and you can use it to create a website or set up email addresses associated with that domain. What is hosting? Web hosting is a service that enables individuals or organizations to make their website accessible on the internet. Hosting providers are companies that offer space on their servers to store website files and data. When you sign up for a hosting plan, you essentially rent space on a server to store your website files, images, videos, and other content. There are several types of hosting available, including shared hosting, VPS hosting, dedicated hosting, and cloud hosting. Shared hosting is the most popular and affordable type of hosting, where multiple websites share the same server resources. VPS hosting provides a dedicated virtual server for your website, while dedicated hosting gives you an entire physical server for your website. Cloud hosting allows you to store your website on multiple servers, ensuring high availability and scalability. How do domain and hosting work together? When someone types a domain name into their web browser, the browser sends a request to the domain name system, DNS, to look up the IP address associated with that domain. The IP address is the unique identifier of the server where the website is hosted. Once the browser has the IP address, it sends a request to the server, and the server responds by sending the website files to the browser, which then displays the website to the user. To use a domain name, you need to link it to your hosting account. This is done by pointing the domain name's DNS records to the IP address of the server where your website is hosted. This is typically done through the domain name registrar's control panel or through your hosting provider's control panel. Conclusion. In summary, a domain name is the address of a website on the internet, while hosting is the service that enables the website to be accessible on the internet. Domain names must be unique, and they are registered with domain name registrars. Hosting providers offer space on their servers to store website files and data. To use a domain name, you need to link it to your hosting account by pointing its DNS records to the IP address of your hosting server.